Good day, good people, and welcome to Whiskey and Smoke News Network, your weekly whiskey, cigar, pipe, and pipe tobacco program, where we cover the news, new releases, upcoming events, and we throw in an interview with someone in the industry or someone who is industry adjacent for good measure. We may sometimes get a bit cheeky. We may even at times be a bit scholarly, but providing you with some entertaining content for the next hour or so, maybe less on this one, is our ultimate goal. With all of that being said, please remember that you must be the appropriate age in your home country to watch or listen to this program, which is usually 18 or 21. So if you're not of the appropriate age in your home country, please stop watching or listening to the program now, but please do come back to the program when you are of the appropriate age. This is episode 22 for May 24th, 2026. My name is Chris Kumnick, and I will be your host. Now, let's move into our Torch the Vitola in-depth interview of the week with Mr. Luciano Meirelles of Luciano Cigars. We discover his history before cigars, the start of Luciano Cigars, some new releases, his blending technique, and helping new producers get going. So please sit back, grab a dram, pour that glass, pick out a good stick and torch it up, grab your favorite pipe, pack the bowl with your favorite tobacco, and light away. Then listen to the interview. Please enjoy. Okay, so we're good. So again, hey, Chris Kumnick here, Whiskey and Smoke News Network, and once again, 2026 PCA Convention. And I'm here with Luciano, the man. How are you doing today?
Thanks for coming by. I'm doing well.
Thanks for taking some time.
I'm doing well. Busy day, fortunately, so
good.
Everything is it's doing really well.
Yeah.
PCA 2026, beyond expectations.
Good.
Good level of organization.
Mm-hmm.
So we always enjoy to partner with them and do what we do. So
yeah,
I'm happy.
So, understand you're from Brazil.
Yes.
And when did you come to the States? How long ago?
Well, this was, I left Brazil, I was 13 years old.
Okay.
Then I went to border school in London.
Okay.
So from London, there was Switzerland and then United States for to study and
route together, yeah.
So that's why they say I have the mysterious accent. That's for different places.
Definitely. Yeah. Obviously, you speak Portuguese.
I do.
Probably, if you were in Switzerland, maybe some German too?
No German.
No German?
I speak Italian.
Okay.
We have the Italian background on my mom's side.
Okay.
And Spanish.
Okay. Because Spanish and Portuguese are similar, but not really.
No, I think
Spanish and Italian are closer, right?
To Italian.
Yes,
It's closer to Italian.
Yeah, my wife's half Mexican, so I know a good bit of Spanish. I understand more than I can speak, but it is what it is. So, okay. So, how long ago did you get in the cigar business?
This was in the tobacco business about 20 years ago.
Okay.
19 to be precise.
Okay.
I started cultivating tobacco and involved in the tobacco business, trading and growing.
Yep.
And then 5 years later, so this would be about 15 years ago, I started making cigars for other companies.
Okay.
And that's how we became known as constructors of cigars.
Excellent. Okay.
I never even thought about actually launching our own brand of cigars.
So at the time, you were farming, you were growing and making.
Correct.
Okay.
And then only 2017 is that we launched our own brands.
Yep.
And here we are. It's been almost 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
Has it been fun?
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So, and that was in Nicaragua, yeah? At the beginning with?
Yes, the beginning Nicaragua.
And now I understand, though, you're doing something in the DR.
I am. So
I hope I'm not saying anything.
No, it's fine. Okay. We worked a lot on the wrapper cultivation in Ecuador.
Okay.
Then later we went to fillers in Nicaragua.
Right.
And now in Dominican we're doing both.
Okay.
So it's a new project, as you can see over there.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's been delightful.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So this show, you came out with the new cigar. It's called the Maker.
It's called the Maker.
Yeah. Right here.
Got it.
Yes.
So the maker, I mean, every single line, if you look into all our cigars, they have a story.
Yes.
And it has to be a real story.
Right.
It either was the culmination of the process of that cigar.
Right.
So we're building something that actually developed a story with them.
Okay.
Or there is a story, and we want to express that story through the cigar.
Right.
So it's no different with the maker. So the maker is our ethos today. The maker is for those who are real doers. They're not waiting for fate.
They're doing.
Or they're doing.
Right.
They're building, they're crafting their own future. They are looking for always opportunities to do something.
Okay.
And when things are put into their hands, they do their best with what they have.
Okay. Excellent.
So that reflects the ethos of our company today.
Excellent.
And that's why we decided to call this extension of the Luciano line,
Yes.
the maker, because that's who we are.
Because the first one was the dreamer.
Correct.
So it was the idea.
Yeah.
Right.
So many people think that there was about just dreaming, but there is a more profound story about that, which I can try to tell you in the short version of it. So a very good friend of mine, a modern philosopher, a very well-known writer, New York bestseller. He's a TED talker too, so he does a lot of those TED talks. And he got invited for this TED conference, and he was actually sat at the table, a large table, with a bunch of biologists, people that study animals, and he is himself an anthropologist.
Okay.
So when and they were introducing themselves in the circle going around, and they're supposed to say what kind of animals they study and what's the field of their interest and what is the main function of that animal, you know, assuming that every single living being has a purpose in its existence.
Right.
Even viruses to strengthen other species, bacteria to decompose organic matter, and so forth. So, I mean, people were talking about the migration of penguins and the behavior of silkworms, and the honeybees and so forth. So when he got to him, he described a little bit of his work, but he was asked that question. So, what makes humans different, or what is actually the purpose of humanity? What does humans exist for?
Yes.
And he didn't have a straight-up answer to that question. He felt truly embarrassed.
Okay.
So he narrates this in his book. So he goes back home, like thinking, you know, like really dive into a more philosophical thought process. And he came to this realization that if you look into every single species on Earth, they all have a very distinct purpose.
Yes.
But none of them are dreaming or imagining something that does not yet exist.
Yes.
So you get the most intelligent animal on the planet. It could be a microorganism, or it could be the dolphins.
Right.
You know? They're not planning better routes for other fishes, or planning a better world for the rest of the.
Yes. Only humans can do that.
So humans are the only species that are capable of imagining something that does not exist. Does not yet exist.
Right.
Just by imagining,
it
turns into reality from a philosophical standpoint, and when you execute and make it happen. So the concept of dreaming is more connected with the concept of imagination.
Okay.
So when you imagine something, you dream about something. What animals have that capacity?
Yeah.
So, and then I said, I found that thought so powerful, and I decided to create a cigar to tell that story.
Well, I love the story, because I think.
Let me finish something, because you might ask, what's the connection of a cigar in the story?
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
So the connection is, there's a method of building lanceros. You try to find the longest sleeve as possible.
Right.
So you can build that long filler, 7.5 cigar. So we decided to do a little different, because what was the most common problems with lanceros is the draw, because the leaf has this shape. Therefore, the center will always have more density than the tips. Right. If you don't break the tobacco.
Right.
And also, Lanceros can become extremely boring.
Okay.
Most people don't know, but the tip of the leaf is where the combustion starts.
Right.
And the edges is where you see more concentration of flavor and strength.
Okay. Did not know that. Thank you. Thank
So
you for teaching me.
after you start smoking a cigar,
Yeah.
a lot of people say, "Oh, the cigar is mellowing down." It does, but it can come to a point of becoming boring. And if you start observing cigar lounges, people who smoke Lancero, always leaving almost half of the Lancero in the ashtray because even unconsciously they were stopping to smoke because that cigar was not attractive anymore.
Right.
So what we did, it's hard to demonstrate. I have leaves here, but the way we did is, if I'm placing a tobacco in my hand here, the tip is right here.
Yes.
I'm going to choose smaller leaves.
Okay.
And I'm going to stagger them. I'm going to put another tip in the center.
There you go.
And then another tip in the bottom.
Oh.
And then I'll hold it both hands.
Yes.
And I'll break exactly at that length.
Yep.
And place and fill and create that perfect cylinder. Which resolves the issue of the draw and creates consistency throughout the cigar.
So your Lanceros will have a consistency throughout the entire thing.
Exactly.
Nice.
And then with that cigar, that year, we got the number 1 Lancero of the year with Cigar Aficionado.
Yep.
And in the top 25, we made number 12. And in the first time that Cigar Aficionado had Lanceros in their top 25.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
So that's the story of the Dreamer.
That's the story of the Dreamer. It's not just it was your thought to do it. It was there's way more behind it.
Yeah.
That's a great story. Which, so you know, I cover whiskey and everything like that too. There's, to me, it's always more interesting, you know, finding out about things like that when there is a story behind it, an actual story versus just something that a PR firm comes up with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, we don't launch cigars just because the name is sexy or the picture. It has to be a true story.
Exactly. So the maker is I'm sure there's, and we've gone over a little bit, but it's about where is it? What's the story and the maker then also?
The maker is our ethos today.
Okay.
It's because there were so many decisions that we have to make and so many actions that we have to take throughout the history of our company.
Right.
That the maker tells that story.
Yeah.
So we have always been doers.
Okay.
We're never afraid of taking steps of risks sometimes, measured risks, or taking steps of courage, let's put it this way, to actually execute things that we believe are the right thing to do.
Okay.
So the maker translates our ethos today, translates who we are.
Yeah.
And that's the message of this cigar.
Very, very cool. Very cool. So how many other lines? I mean, you have that's the Luciano is the 2. So it's the Dreamer.
Yeah. So there's
the maker.
There's 2 core lines. It started with Luciano the Traveler.
Okay.
The Traveler was first cigar, 100% Pelo de Oro. This was launched in 2017.
Okay.
And it was a limited edition.
Okay.
We decided to stop there because it's a cigar, it's a tobacco that's very hard to outsource.
Right.
We still outsource that. It goes in many of our blends.
Yep.
But when you make a puro of that tobacco with such a success, it's crazy to say this.
Right.
Because you want to sell it, but we have this also this ethics within our company that if we start making a blend or cigar with certain tobaccos, we will not change it.
Yeah, exactly.
So if I get into a regular line with Pelo de Oro, I'll never be able to fulfill a demand that's high. So we decided to be truthful to our message, our story, and that's how we are.
So I've asked this from a few other manufacturers today, and I want to see what your thought is too. Would you say that today's because you are a grower also, what you're growing and what people are smoking is possibly the best tobacco that's been made for cigars?
I think that we live in an era where there's a caveat.
Okay, sure.
There is a type of consumer that demands a mass production of cigars.
Okay.
And I'm not even talking about the final consumer. I'm talking about the wholesaler, retailers, where certain processes in the tobacco are not what they should be.
Sure. Okay.
But there's a lot of quantity.
Yeah.
But on the premium sector, I would say that it is the best time to smoke cigars because so many things have changed. A lot of things are still the same in technology and stuff, but some things are new, people realize that if they want to build something with quality, they need to ferment properly.
Yeah.
And knowledge is knowledge. You keep accumulating, and then you have a good library of information to really work. Are there any other areas of the world that you see where they're starting to grow good tobacco that you're looking forward to? Yeah, I mean, I'm always discovering new things.
Yeah.
2 years ago, I discovered a area of the Dominican Republic that nobody cultivates wrappers, and I just got so excited about because it's a potential of delivering a very sweet wrapper, but it's very clean. It's almost like having like Ecuador had a baby with the jalapa. Pepper wrapper.
Yeah.
But with lower acidity.
Yeah.
So that was that kind of really made me very excited, and now we start harvesting that tobacco and seeing the development.
Yep.
It's very, very good. And I like to explore things all over the world. We have been seeing some tobaccos coming from Azores, from Portugal, that I really enjoyed. So, and I'm sure there's other tobaccos to be discovered.
You know David Garofalo?
Of course.
Okay. He mentioned tobacco from India.
Yeah.
That it's actually getting better. I mean, it's getting, like it's not just good, it's getting...
Yeah, so that tobacco that people are seeing now from India, it's a tobacco that was used before in cigarettes and other tobacco products, shisha, etc.
Yeah.
And a company there started fermenting for cigars.
Okay.
They came actually at the trade show, I know if it was last year or 2 years ago.
Sure.
They brought samples. I tried, and Nelson Alfonso tried. Some other people around tried that tobacco. And it's actually the seed is very common.
Okay.
It's a type of Nicotiana rustica. So it's a mix of Nicotiana rustica with some Virginia, some tobaccos from all over the world.
Okay.
But it's an alkaline tobacco, which allows you to use stronger or higher primes of tobacco.
Right.
And not have that kind of bite, punch, that acidity.
Okay.
It's a little more rounded, a little more clean. So it's very versatile tobacco to blend with.
Yeah.
So that was a very interesting discovery too.
So that's possibly in the future you might actually see some cigars come out with some Indian.
Some companies are already outsourcing.
Okay.
I think they still have to kind of work in their capacity to produce.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So you came out with a maker. Is there anything else that that you can talk about that you're working on? Or I'm sure you're always trying to come up with some new stuff.
So we have a lot of partnerships, right?
Yes.
So we make cigars for other companies, and some of these companies, they're very close to our hearts.
Okay.
So Frank Koster, which is my business partner on the Foreign Affair blend, wanted to launch.
I've been talking to Jack a little bit. Yes.
Yeah. So he wanted to launch his own company.
Right.
And we're very proud of the product that we manufacture for him. It's something very unique. Has a Matafina binder, a beautiful wrapper as well.
Yeah.
And it's a delicious, pleasant cigar to smoke.
Yes.
So I think that's something worthy of checking out.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'm going to be talking to him a little bit later too. So he gave me a few to try, and I will be definitely doing that. So, well, I appreciate the time very much.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
I know we'll be talking in the future. I know we can't talk about it yet, there's some cool things coming out that I know.
Let's live for the future.
Exactly. So thank you again so much for the time. Appreciate it, Luciano. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. I want to thank the one and only Luciano for taking some time and sitting with me at this year's PCA trade show and convention for a nice in-depth interview on a wide range of topics. He is such a gentleman, and I thank him for his time. Now, as always, I want to thank you for joining me on this amazing journey to help learn all that I can about these three amazing industries. I hope that you were able to learn something new from this episode, but more importantly, I hope that you were entertained and will continue to listen and or watch the program moving forward. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, like the video, leave comments, and please spread the word to your friends and family. I will always love having new followers. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple Podcasts. If you wouldn't mind, please leave a review, as that helps the algorithm help other people find the channel. Also, please let me know any ideas that you'd like to hear about in upcoming episodes, and I will see what I can cook up. I will see you next week on the Whiskey and Smoke News Network. And remember, please drink and smoke responsibly. Have a great day.